I'm good. Just let me know when you are down, like officially.
Oh, I lost one person's cam.
And by the way, I'm not paying attention to this broadcast at all. Like, I'm just here with you guys. I leave that to more capable technical hands than mine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pay attention to it once it gets going, unless I get people in the chat, maybe. But I want to focus on the game. I
just have fun with it. Yeah.
I somehow lost Derek. Hold on, I'm just getting him back here.
Okay.
Where are you, Derek?
I'll do a brief intro as if we're introducing us to everybody, even though there's nobody watching. But in the event that there will be one day, then
Well, it could also be for archive purposes in case someone wants to watch that, right?
Yep.
Derek, can you talk a second?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, that's a second.
Okay, yeah, we're good to go.
We good?
Ooh.
Okay, good luck, all adventures.
All right, good luck, everybody. I hope you enjoy. Put a couple weeks into it. Don't know if it's good. We'll find out. Okay, so welcome to the first session, the first episode of a brand new D&D campaign that I have called Agents of Change is the subtitle of this campaign. And this is the very first session. We've got new players, people that have never played D&D, people that have DM'd D&D, people that played a bunch of D&D, all kinds of things. So we're going to fumble around with everything and figure it out. But let me introduce, based on my screen here, let me introduce the players and their characters. To my personal left, the gentleman in the black chair with the red shirt is Alan, my dad, and he's playing a dragonborn wizard named Aljax Dragonlord. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Right, and you are from another plane of existence.
Yes, I am.
Here on an unknown mission. And I'll let you expand on that as things go. I am your DM. My name's Alex. You can call me Axel Haxon if you want. That's my other username. And that's that for me. I'll be doing the NPCs, the voices, the storyline. To my immediate right is a bearded wonder named Kyle. And Kyle, you are playing a elven ranger who's an outlander background, right?
Yeah.
And she is named Elia. Is that correct?
Yes.
Elia. Okay. And then next to Kyle, we've got two very special people playing special guest role for us today. That's Rob and Jesse from left to right. And Rob, you are Salazar. Is that correct?
Yep.
You are Salazar, the Aasimar cleric. And Jesse, you are Galatar, the Aasimar paladin. That's right? Okay. Yep. And then we've got the producer of this visual arts show and party orc, Sean, who is playing as Urzug Doomhammer, orc barbarian, uncommonly intelligent, and has a musical capability. That's all I'll say. And then to the right of him is my good friend Derek. He is playing a warlock human named Bale. And he is a former hired or a current hired killer. So he's an interesting sort. Be on your toes around Bale. And then the last, but not least of our party is Trisha. And Trisha, you're playing a kobold monk by the name of Trix. And there's an interesting storyline behind Trix that involves being educated by a metallic dragon. As kobolds are, sub-dragon, and from there, venturing out to see what the world is like beyond the warren, beyond the burrow. So that's where we are. But that being said, we've got Al, myself, Alex, Kyle, Rob, Jesse, Sean, Derek, and Trisha. And with that being said, I think we're good to go. Any questions before we go? We're good? Okay, we're good. Let's go then. Okay, so this story takes place in the realm of Faerun, in the area called the Sword Coast. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the Sword Coast. Some of you may be familiar with this place. The Sword Coast is the region in western Faerun that lay along the coast of the Sea of Swords and extends inward into the Vale. It's bordered by the Delimbir Vale in the north, and to the south by the merchant nation of Am. Some say the Sword Coast took its name from the white cliffs that rose up sharply for hundreds of miles along the coast between the river Desserin and Baldur's Gate. However, it may have just got the name because it's a deadly place to be. Volothamp Gedarm, who's commonly known in D&D circles as Volo, Volo's Guide to Monsters, you may have seen that on a shelf somewhere. He actually traversed this land, the Sword Coast, and said, it's as dangerous as they come. And that's where we are. And our story begins, if you want to imagine it like a film opening. Cut to film, the credits have passed, and here we go. We are on a caravan that is rumbling through the somewhat frosty evening towards a town called Daggerford that lies in the Sword Coast region. And on that wagon is a gentleman named Bale. Bale, you awaken on this caravan ride, this bumpy ride that you're on. Groggy, you have something of a headache. You get up, you hold your head, and you think, where the hell am I? And then, just as you do that, the cart comes to a slowing stop. And you hear, and you can't even make out who this is, because you've just woken up. You don't know why you feel like absolute garbage, but you do. And you hear this. You're being shaken. You're being shaken up by a fairly clumsy human. He says, "Hey, Kelly! Hey, Kelly! He's awake! He's awake, boss!" And he's like, shaking you. This guy's shaking you. This ugly, stupid-sounding human is shaking you awake. And you're already awake. But before you can do anything, Bale, a man jumps up from the front of the wagon and says, "Oh, he's awake, is he? Listen here, that. We're about to come to Daggerford. I don't even know why you're here. I don't even want to know what the boss wanted with you. But what I do know is, you get in my way and I'll gut you. You get in my way a second time and I'll slit you like this, okay? Boss said you're good for if things come off badly. I don't know why and I don't give a shit. Okay, we're here to make a transaction and to get the hell out. I don't want to hear any bullshit from you. I don't care how much the boss likes you. You got me?" He says to Bale, glaringly.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Good. And by the way, Logan, don't ever call me Kelly again or I swear to God I'll kill you. And it's at that moment that you realize the company that you're with, Bale, is maybe not the company you thought you'd be with. When the boss of your latest contract said, "Listen, I need you for something special. I've got a small deal going down, and I just want to make sure that everything goes safely." And then you had a few things to drink that night before you set off on the wagon, and then off you went. But now the wagon's come to a halt, right in front of this dreary-looking tavern, this worn-down tavern in the heart of Daggerford. And you look, Bale, out the window, and you see the sign says, "Magain's Old Pine." And it's barely carved legibly, but it must be the name of the bar. And as you pull in to the stabling, the hitching posts, you notice there's a fair few people around. They're milling about. They're grabbing vegetables, doing all kinds of farming stuff, because Daggerford is a city bordered by a number of farming villages within the Sword Coast. Daggerford is the pumping heart of this region. And these places, the place you're in, where Magain's Old Pine is, doesn't even have a name. It's just a farmland outside Daggerford. Anyway, you come to a stop and you realize there's all kinds of people walking around, but you still don't really know what the heck you're doing here, why, or what's going on at all. Nonetheless, just as the carriage comes to a stop, you've got a second to compose yourself, because Keller, the man who warned you not to get in his way, and his two cronies are quick to hop out of the wagon. Now you, of course, they're assuming you would do the same, but you've got a second or two before whatever happens next happens. Maybe you want to take a look around or talk to one of the locals that are passing by the wagon before you jump out and get your feet on the dirt.
No, I'm curious. I'm just going to jump out the wagon and go with them.
Okay, so Bale, you hop out of the wagon and you stand next to Keller and Lorgan, who you think maybe his name's actually Logan, but he just can't pronounce it right. And you're just awaiting what will happen next. But just as you do that, I want you to make a perception check, Bale. So I want you to roll a d20 and tell me what the number is.
Oh, it's a 7.
A 7. So you take a glance around the sleepy town, this farming villa, whatever this is, this hellhole as far as you're concerned. You've seen palaces, you've seen dank dungeons, you've been through gang fights, you've seen your share of murder. But this place doesn't seem like it is going to have any of that. Not even a brothel. Not even a brothel.
That's
So
rough.
you look. So yeah, it is rough. That's right. So you look and, maybe Bale just, oh, jeez, this is rough. What do I do for a bit of coin these times, right? But it's not just the coin that you're interested in, is it, Bale? It's not just the coin that has you on this mission. There's something.
The coin.
That's right. There's something that you lost that you got to get back. But you're not about to tell Keller what that is, are you?
Nope.
I didn't think so. Now, you think you see, as Keller puts his hand on your shoulder to rouse you up. And Keller, by the way, he looks about the only dangerous one out of the three of them. Keller's strapped with dark leather. He's fairly strong. He's got almost no hair at all. A butt chin and a grizzly kind of sneer to him. He's somewhat handsome if he took care of himself, but he doesn't, so he's not. And he clasps you on the shoulder and he says, "Hey, you ready to go or what? You just gonna have a look or what?"
I'm ready to go.
The silent type, that's what the boss said. He said he just shank someone you need to, and that's it. That's the kind of guy I like. Not like Logan here. Speaks as loud as anything. But what Keller doesn't realize is he's speaking pretty loud too. But he's been so often through this area that he's come to regard it as home. So he clasps you by the shoulder, Bale, and he says, "Now listen here. What I said to you still stands. But if anybody gets in our way, I know you've got the skill to deal with it. So deal with it, but don't do it unless I give you the sign." The sign. Make a wisdom check, Bale. What sign?
When you ask him to do a wisdom check, can I just interject for a second?
Yeah, of course.
He's rolling the d20 on this.
Yep, he's rolling a d20, and I'm comparing his stats I have in front of me. 18?
Yeah.
That's right. Now you think when you recall, when you were having drinks with this gaggle of whoever, you're not one to turn down a free drink. After all, when the boss said, "Hey, look, I got a couple guys doing a couple things, easy money," you said, "Sure." I'm not one to turn down a few drinks turns into a couple. Lorgum ends up on the floor. You don't even know what his name was at the time. And Keller, he disappeared halfway through the night. But you remember just before that Keller said, "Now listen, when we do this here thing, if I give you a triple nod, that means I want the head off." And you're just like, sure, buddy, whatever, But now you remember, it's a triple nod was the sign, okay? So he said, "No. So now let's bring it back to the present." Keller said, "Now listen, when I give you the sign, you lop it off. You got me?"
I gotcha.
Good. Now follow me. Logan, Clive, you stay here. Watch the wagons. And just as you're walking in, Bale, you notice that to the left of your eye, another wagon pulls in to the back of McGuine's old pine. And it seems to be pretty heavy. And they unload. It's looking like they're unloading people out of that thing, but, you know, I wonder why. I wonder, you know, maybe they're travelers, maybe it's whatever. But as you're going in the door of McGuine's old pine, following Keller, who's very cocksure and sure-footed, he's not stopping for anything, not to look at any sights or anything. And you don't want to cross him, so you're quick behind him. But you notice there may be a few strange people in that line, and they're being pushed into the back of this tavern. You make a perception check, Bale, because you can't believe what you're seeing if it's true.
13.
Yeah. Sure enough, there looks to be one big ass orc in that line. One huge orc, like the likes you've never seen. And in front of him, as almost for comedic value, a tiny little kobold-like, dragon-like thing. And in front of that, a fairly medium-sized dragon sort of looking fella, maybe. And you notice something else. Now, they're not going willingly. They've got shackles on. I wonder why that is. And just as you go to turn in, you catch the eye of... Okay, now I need Sean, Trish, and Dad, Alan. I need you guys to roll, please. Roll 1d20.
A 1d20?
1d20, please.
Okay.
Okay, Dad, what'd you get?
8.
8. Okay. Trish, what did you roll?
9.
I think she's muted.
Oh, yeah.
9.
9. Okay.
9.
And Sean.
I got 15.
15. Okay. So as you go to turn, Bale, into the tavern, into the darkened interior, out of the sunlight of this manure-smelling nowhere place, you catch the eye of this orc in chains. This giant orc in chains. He's got a scar on his face. He looks like he's straight from the battlefields, maybe, but you're not sure. And you catch his eye. Just for a second. And he looks like he wants to say something across the distance to you. Across the distance, maybe 30 meters away. He's being pulled into the back of the tavern, and he looks like he's going to say something. Now, Doomhammer, Urzog Doomhammer, you're in chains right now. What would you say to Bale here?
I hate elves.
Not quite sure exactly the relevance of that particular utterance. You managed to hear, well, you heard him. I hate elves. You don't think much of it. Orcs, how smart could they really be? Just a bunch of barbarian rabble, just like every other scumbag in these woods, as far as you're concerned. So you head inside this tavern with Keller now. Okay, and it's bustling and loud, and you've lost sight of that troop of individuals, that orc and whatever else menagerie was there. And Keller, again, he's in front of you still. You've got your hand near his back, because it's crowded, actually, in here for a place. For a place this out of the way as the one of Daggerford's unnamed farmlands, and you're pushing through bodies, Bale, and what do? Are you following Keller right now, like he wants you to? Are you taking a look around? Tell me what you're up to right now.
I'm carefully checking my surroundings.
Okay.
For,
So go ahead. Sorry.
For anything out of the ordinary.
Interesting. So I want you to make a perception check then. Again, D20, please.
6.
6?
Yeah.
to be honest, you look around and you've been through a couple, more than a couple bars in your life, and this seems like one of the shittiest you've seen. It might be packed to the gills with all manner of sweaty peasants, but that's just about all. And you just want to get the hell out of here. There's ale stains on the floor. There's etchings in the tables. All kinds of names. All these, like, nothing you care about really. And behind, although away from everything, there's a rather large bar counter, and there's a man there with a rather exceptional mustache and what looks like a chef hat. And he's a little old, he's looking a little grizzled, and he seems to notice Keller. And, a bar's a bar, and this must be the bartender, the proprietor. And he says, "Oi, Keller! Oh, lad, what'll it be, Keller?" And Keller says, "It's just only blackjacks for me, old guy. Only blackjacks. You know how I roll." And at that, the man that must be McGuine says, "You got it, Keller. It's only blackjacks." He's looking stern, though. He's looking quite stern, and he reaches under the table, and you hear a click. And as you hear the click, before you can perceive what's going on, Keller turns to you, stone-faced. He says, "Remember now, Bile, whatever your name is, Brian. I don't give a fuck, but remember now, this is just a trade deal. Follow me, don't say a damn thing. I'm gonna leave a copper here with McGuine, and we're on our way." And I guess as you were told, you didn't say anything, which is good. That's what Keller asked you to do. Now, so you realize now Keller walks you, what should be down the staff corridor of an inn and bar, and then down through this corridor, there's lesser and lesser people, and then you notice that there's a small stairwell leads down. Anything you want to do? Anything you can imagine right now, Bale?
Just a sec. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
Alex, I got one thing to say. When you tell somebody to roll, always let us know what dice they're rolling.
I don't need to, though. I don't need to.
We need to roll. No, we need to know what dice to roll.
No, but sometimes I just want you to roll a straight D20.
No, but we need to know that.
That's what I
You
said.
say roll a dice. I got 10 dice beside me. Which dice do you want me to roll? I need to know if you want me to roll a D20.
I thought I said.
No, not the number.
I thought I said D20.
So no, a few times you said just roll a dice.
Oh, I said make a perception check.'re right.
Yeah, but I don't know what dice that is.
Right. Sorry, that's a D20. Yeah, you're right.
It seems like for most things it's D20, right?
Yeah,
D20 unless it's specified otherwise, right?
Most things.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while this is going on up in the bar here, deep down underneath old Pine is this orc, this kobold, this dragon thing being pushed forward by these aggressive, burly-looking individuals, and they're bringing those three individuals to some sort of cave, some sort of dank cave, and they're pushing you along. And one of them is Lorgum, and you only know that because his voice is the same as the guy that was yelling at the caravans outside, and he says, "Hey, look it, this one here, one of them lizardman types," and he points at the Dragonborn. "This one's one of them lizardmen, watch it." And you happen to catch his eye, Dragonborn, Lorgum, this simple human, and you realize he's mistaken you for a lizardman. Anything you want to say in return? You are in shackles, mind you, and there's individuals with blackjacks and all manner of forcible weaponry.
I am no bloody lizard. I'm a dragonborn of royal lineage. I'm far above any stinking lizard.
Roll a d20, please. And add your charisma modifier.
Okay. So it means that'd be like the +1?
Yeah.
Okay, adding it is 3.
3.
3.
Lorgum. He's not too bright. He's not even that strong. He's not even that special at all. But he looks you right in the face, those beady lizardly eyes of yours, and says, I'm Dragonborn. I've never heard of something so stupid in my life. And I talk all the time, and I hear myself talk, so that's saying something. I'm Dragonborn. These lizardmen, they're all nuts, he says to one of the guys beside him, and the guy doesn't care to one of these guards. They don't care about Lorgrim at all. Now, amongst this menagerie of 3 people, 3 slaves, there's more than 3 people bound here. But amongst this menagerie in the middle here, there's a tiny little 35-pound tops little dragonling could barely see between the orc and the dragonborn, and that the kobold is stuck in between. But for as small and unassuming as this kobold is, kobolds know the tunnels. Kobolds are hired as builders. Kobolds can sometimes be bandits, and every time they build little hovels and burrows, and sometimes it's home and sometimes it's a refuge. Trish, can you please roll a d20 and add... Do you have your sheet in front of you, Trish?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
And hold on. Do you? You opened it up on your phone?
Yeah, here.
Okay. And add, what do you want to know?
Roll a d20 and add her wisdom, please.
Okay, so for wisdom you get +1.
Okay.
So 12 + 1, 13.
13. Okay, and you look around and you realize that this seems somewhat familiar to you. Of course, the kobold mind is somewhat scattered, somewhat excitable, yip yap and everything else. But this seems somewhat familiar. This stone, this dirt. You've had ancestors here or something. There's got to be a way out here somewhere. You think to yourself. But no matter. Just as you're about to think about what to do next, you're shoved into a cage and released from this gang, this chain gang. So the kobold here flies into a cage. Doesn't take much to push her in there. And then slowly, one after another, even the orc gets put into a cage. Although, Sean, I'd like you to make a strength check. Urzog.
D20?
D20 +4, my friend, I believe.
That is a 9, I believe. That's the 9, right? No, that's the 6?
6.
Yeah.
So 6 + 4 is 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've got 2 of their burliest men grabbing you under the arms. The kobold's already in the cage. The dragonborn's already in the cage. One insult's enough for him to talk to such lowly scum as Lorgrim. Okay, but they've got 2 men under your arms, and you're an imposing sword. You know that. Something just doesn't feel right to you. Something feels off. So nobody binds an orc, but this time they bind you and throw you in the cage, just like the kobold. Doesn't matter how big you are. Sometimes you don't always get to control your destiny, I'm afraid. And you're all shackled up now. All 3 of you. Never seen the like of it before. A kobold, an orc, a dragonborn, or a lizardman.
Yeah,
Dragonborn. Dragonborn, right. And actually, that's something that, as the time passes, that's something that you're keen to remind anyone who will listen, that you are, in fact, not a lizardman. So could you please roll a charisma check, please?
On
There's a guard.
D20.
Yes. Derek, you back with us?
Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. We are underneath the tavern at the moment, so you're not. You're not.
9.
9. So let's say about 10 minutes has passed and nothing's happened. You're locked in a cage next to a brutish-looking orc and a gangly-looking kobold, and there's pacing guards right in front of you, both ways, back and forth, and you clang. Very erudite speaker. You're a wizard. You're a wizard, cold and calculating, like your kin are, the Dragonborn, and you say, well, what would you say, actually, to this guard who keeps thinking you're a lizardman?
That if these shackles weren't on me, I'd show him who's a lizardman.
And they catch wind of your words, and it's not the first time you've landed on them. This is a fairly significant insult. A lizard, of all things. The dragon is one of the more powerful creatures in all of creation, and you're a lizard. No, but
we eat lizardmen.
Yeah. And the guard turns to you at that and says, I've got something down here that will eat you too. I could introduce you if you'd like. And he walks away. So, not much purchase on them. Not much advancement on them. And just as the rest of you slump down, twiddle your thumbs, do whatever it is you do when you're locked up. Of course, the orc is banging on the cage, Urzog, banging on the cage. Let me out, let me out. There comes footsteps. 1 by 1, then 2 by 2, then 3 by 3 down what seems like a cellar. There's the blast of light on a far off cavern, and then these footsteps down from there. And up comes this, after a bit of walk down this water dripping cave, up comes this black leather clad, bald butt chin, ne'er-do-well looking sort of guy, and another guy with him. A hood on that guy. Something serious about that other guy. You're not quite sure. The lot of you take this in apprehension. And just as you're taking this in, the first guy in the black leather armor speaks up. Alright, so where is he then? Where is he, Fannin? Where is he at? We've got to make this quick. I've got things to do. You don't come all the way to Daggerford and stay for more than 3 hours. You know that. It's a hellhole. And he seems to be addressing one of the guards that are in front of these cages, and all manner of creatures here, like, again, an orc, the same one that you, Bale, locked eyes with and heard utter, I hate the elves. And this kobold and this dragonborn and a human child, all kinds of things, cage by cage by cage, down a dank troglodyte's hole underneath this tavern. And the guards, they get to talking. Trish, can you please make a perception check? That's a D20. Adding your wisdom modifier, please.
+1. So 20.
Oh. Okay, our first critical. So Trish, you notice that this group of individuals, including Keller, this other gentleman, the guards they've talked to, they walk off to the left in the other direction from where they came. And you're a pretty keen judge of tunnel sound and how it travels, having spent your life there, and you kind of overhear something. And it's a different voice, a new voice, and the new voice says, Look at Keller. I don't know how many times I've got to tell you. It's all or it's none. Okay? I don't care what 3 he wants, what 4 he wants. It's all or it's none. Get it done. Pay the price, and let's move the hell on. I've got tons of buyers. And then after that, the Keller, not one to check his volume. All right, we'll take him all then. It's all on the boss's dime anyhow. I want the big one now. I want that big one, that orc one. I want him wrapped up tight now. I don't want him getting into any shenanigans or whatnot. I've got a man with me who'll soon as gut him like a fish, you understand me? And that's 100 gold or more merchandise. You want gutted on the floor? Now, Keller, relax. Okay? No one's doing any gutting. It's just a trade deal. It happens all the time. Okay? Trade. Okay, let me bounce out of that chat. Go ahead. You cannot hear that conversation.
Okay. Continue then.
Anything to say? You just noticed that the kobold beside you is kind of straining, listening. Little beady, jagged eyes. Little 3 foot tall. Somehow caught wind of something. That's all you notice.
Dragon thing. Did you happen to hear what they were saying?
You're for sale. $100.
No orcs are for sale here today. The only thing getting gutted is, I don't remember if they're human or not.
They are, yes, they are.
It's those bloody humans. And if there's one thing I hate more than humans, it's elves.
Okay, well, Dragonborn, you seem to have got yourself in quite the row of cages here. You've got a boisterous orc to your left or so. You've got a curious little critter to your right. What do you think about all this?
Well, I have you kobolds, like you said, are of dragon blood. So we have a kinship somewhere along the way.
That's right.
And I could see myself siding up with a nice big orc. Because we don't care much for humans either. They're just something for us to use along the way.
Interesting. So you find yourself maybe in good company then? Is that what you say? Is that what you're saying?
It could be possible. Yes.
Interesting. So
I never trust anybody too far.
Right. If I just want to side, if that was said out loud, Lorcan would have been like, "Lizards never trust anybody. They're cold-blooded." But he didn't hear that. He didn't hear that. Okay, so they're coming back. So Urzog, you're worth 100 gold pieces. 100 gold pieces. Do they even know that you've been traipsing the wilds and slaughtering boars and playing music by night at local taverns, betting human woman, a single human woman, in fact, all the glory that you've encountered? And
100 gold pieces? Is this a bloody joke? I want to roll strength.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and get it out of this cage.
Okay, you grab the bars. Okay, roll the strength, Sean. Roll the strength, Urzog.
14 plus 4, 18.
That's an 18. So Urzog, you clasp your hands around this sort of it's almost like a bell-shaped cage that each of you are in. I should have said this earlier, but it's a bell-shaped cage that sort of beveled at the front, sort of domes you in with crisscross bars, and you grab onto these crisscrosses, and you start crushing them down in your orcish hands. You're almost 7 feet tall. You are an opposing force. You grab on that and you bend that middle bar. But it's not like the whole thing's shattered. No, instead the guard, he catches wind of this. He turns to you and he says, "Oh my God, that cage is... If he was 3 feet smaller, he might be able to fit in that hole. But you're not. You're large, so the hole that you bent doesn't really do too much, unfortunately. Maybe somebody that was smaller could squeeze through it, but it's not going to be you this day."
What's your name?
Tricks. I'm like, what is my name?
Get through the bars.
But are we
Yeah.
in different cages?
Yeah, you're in different cages now.
We're not the same.
Fuck!
You have to...
Do my arms fit through said cage and reach her cage?
Try to jut an arm through, roll D20. Now, this could hurt. Do you want to do this? This is now bent and and tattered medals here, but still holding form.
Too late. I already rolled. It's not good. I rolled a 3.
You rolled okay. So you've bent this cage now to catch everybody up. You bent this cage, and you want to reach the dragon. You almost thought that somehow she was in the same cage as you. Some of these things, they kind of get by the orcish mind at times. But you try to stick your forearm through, and that ain't gonna happen any further, and you might sever a vein or something. You don't want to push it. You ain't putting your hand through. But you did bend the door in the cage, like I said, and the guard is coming to you. The same one who said any smaller, and you might 3 feet or so smaller, and you might just fit through there.
Is he stupid?
Does he fit through there?
Does that guard fit through that hole?
Maybe his arm?
No. This guy spent too many nights at old McGuine's old time. This guy's got at least a half beer belly in him. He's not.
My hands are able to reach out of this cage, though, right? We've determined this. I can grab him by the scruff of the neck, right?
The wrists only come out of this hole you made.
I mean, really, that's all I need. He's a fucking human.
Okay, so he's walking towards the cage, and he's like, "You just never get it, do you? Oh, you orcs, you're all the same. You're all just bruns and no brain. I can bet you can walk up here, recite the alphabet, and you'd be half asleep by the next time. Not a threat to anybody." And he walks right up to your cage, glaring you in the eye. He's got a Fu Manchu thinly placed on his thing. He's got a goatee and a top knot slung back and no other hair. He's pudgy. He's 47 years old, and he shouldn't be doing the job he's doing, but he's looking you right in the face.
Am I able to grab his hair from the front, or do I gotta grab like his face?
You have to grab his armored chest, if that's what you want to do.
I want to reach out and grab his armored chest and pull him towards the cage.
Okay, so he's making a reactionary defensive roll to this, as these grasping orcish mitts of doom come towards him suddenly, as he's right in your face. Didn't quite realize the hole that you made was just big enough to get a mitt through there. So let's see what happens. You get your hands on this guy's torso, this guy's breastplate, this leather jerkin, whatever he's got, and you yank him towards you against these bars. Clang! Right face to face, your breath against his nose. Orcish teeth almost close to his throat, severing wise, but there's still the bars between. What now?
Am I next to the orc in this case?
Yes, you're in the middle of the two of them. Oh, sorry, you're on the far. No, you're on the far side of the kobold. Sorry.
Well, can he propel the guard towards the kobold, so the kobold might be able to grab the keys if this guard has any keys for our cage?
Or you could trip over my cage, maybe close enough to your cage.
Maybe. You guys want to try? You guys want to see? Well, somebody,
Could I not use my intimidation and intimidate him? Because now I got him right by the scruff of the face.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm on him with my
I need to find out what's going to happen first. Or I'll give the hammer, as it were, to Sean here, since he's the one who grabbed him. Sean, what do you want to do?
What is my intimidation?
What is your
I have
intimidation?
skill.
Yeah, you I believe it's a 2+2 and then times2, because you have a skill in it as an orc.
So I think that I know that you guys technically can't agree with me here, but I think this is a good chance that I can threaten him to maybe toss the keys to the kobold.
If there's keys.
Well,
Are there keys? Do you want to know if there's keys, or are you just making this action and hope there's keys? Well, actually, the action's done. Let's resolve the action. My apologies.
Let's resolve the action.
Yeah, let's resolve the action. My apologies. So go ahead. You want to intimidate him. You've got him.
Yeah.
Orc breath in his face, jutting jaw, and a thin slab of gridlock metal in between you.
So
Roll your intimidation.
got
D20.
right up to my face.
And of course, we can see what the orc is doing.
Yeah, you guys can see this. Yeah,
19.
19. So that's 19 plus 2 times 2. Or so it'd be like 19 plus 4, I think, in this case. So what do you say to him?
You better find a way to get us out of here, or I'll pull you right through these bars, skin and bone.
So this greasy Fu Manchu, chubby, part-time warden feels that breath and that ire in your face, saying, "You better find me a way out of here." And he's no, let's not get hasty. There's about 8 more of me in there, and a lot of them are a lot more agile than me. I would give it a second thought before you get too aggressive. What you say? Let me go, please. He's a cowardly sort, you can tell.
I feel like I'm just digging us into a grave out here, you know?
Well, think about you right now. Are you digging you into a grave? You don't know these other two.
I'm an orc, I fear nothing, so I think, I'm not giving him a second chance.
Okay, and how do you express that?
How do I express that?
Yeah.
You get one more chance, filth. Find me a way out of here, or I'll pull you through this cage, skin and bones.
He goes to speak, and just as he does, just when this moment is going to be decided, you hear shouting above from, must be the tavern. Commotion, some sort of battle, and then a sudden rumble. And then what happens, it forces you to let go of this guy because the earth itself shook, for God's sakes. So you let go of this guy, he falls backwards. And then the hatch flings open. And there's 3 figures come down. You can't see who they are. Although I'd like you, orcish individual, and you, dragonborn, and you, kobold, to roll a d20.
18.
Sorry, what was that, Trish?
18.
18, okay.
I got
Yeah.
16.
16?
I
And
got 17.
17, okay. So you notice as your dark visions come into focus, you all have dark vision. Unfortunately, that means you can only see in grayscale in the dark, and they are down this tunnel, and yeah, the shaft of light's beaming down, but they're silhouetted at most. But you do notice in the grayscale, looks like 3 figures, one heavily clad in metal, the other looks like maybe splint mail armor, so something maybe less potent, and then another with a bow draw, and a long hair and a slender form coming your way, and they seem to be in a hurry. They're coming towards the cages, towards the guard you just let go of, Sean, towards this whole situation. And you know that the voice is Trish. You know that those are back over into some other tunnel. They had long since stopped talking, but they're back there somewhere out of sight, okay? Those 2 that you heard talking. Now, these 3 are coming towards you. The guards on the ground, somebody, what do? You guys all see this happening. Somebody, go ahead. One of you 3 in the cages. Anybody got an idea?
But your cage open?
What to do?
Open?
My cage is not open, no.
Oh.
There's that little space in the bars, but I don't know how that'll help you guys.
Yeah, no cage is open right now. Just these 3 figures coming towards you.
Maybe one of us could talk to those 3 figures to check that guard to see if he had any keys. They might be able to let us out.
Okay, somebody want to volunteer to that? Dragonborn?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead. Beseech
All right.
these figures.
Okay, I'll just address the group as a whole. If one of you guys could help us out of this predicament, I don't know these other 2, but if you get all of us out of here, we'll make it worth your while somehow.
All right. And just as that reaches there, reaches their ears. You forgot. Well, a lot of you didn't really care. There was too much going on, but there is a hooded gentleman still here, just off to the side. The guy that came down with the guy in black leather, the guy with the hood, the guy with the serious sort of look on his face. And Bale, you step out in front of this projection of a Dragonborn voice in between the Dragonborn and these three, and you do what?
I can't fireball.
What was that?
I cast fireball. It's like a joke Derek's been saying all week. I cast fireball. What do you do, Bale? You know that the job you're hired to protect, things are going bad here. You step out in front between the guard on the floor, these rattling cages, and these three sprinters down this troglodyte tunnel. What do you do?
Who the hell are these three sprinters?
Nobody knows who they are. They're just coming quick from above, and there's battle sounds above too. You can do what you want. You could talk to anybody. You could attack somebody. You could just be thoughtful, because you emerge from the shadows. You're listening to this whole conversation. Didn't stop when the guard was grabbed, because who the hell is he? But you do have a job to do that you're hired to do. What's it gonna be? Anything you could think of.
Yell at these three figures to stop coming at us.
Okay. So stop right there, something like that, okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Roll a charisma check, please. So D20 plus charisma mod, please. That's the fighting going on above you. It sounds pretty heavy, but there's only 3 coming now.
11 plus 4, 15.
15. Alright. So you say in your way. You say, you put a hand up if you don't mind me narrating this. You put a hand up, you step in between this, you put a hand up, turn to these 3. No. Let's not be hasty here. Stop right there before you regret it. Or whatever you would say. But I'll take the lead on that one this time. So, person in the lead of this crew, the slender one. What do you say back? And that is you, Mr. Kyle. What do you say back to this hooded figure telling you to stop right there before things get ugly?
Move so I can let these people out of these cages.
Okay. So, they seem to be some sort of liberators or something like that. Go ahead. What is your reply, young Bale? Or anyone who wants to interject, for that matter, since you're all being talked about here.
Well, I'd like to tell the orc, don't kill the elf.
So in case you guys missed that, the Dragonborn says, and through his dragon tongue says, "Don't kill the elf," to the orc.
Yeah, we might need him.
Right.
Her, I should say.
Yes, you should. Yes, her.
I can't tell. Elves are elves.
So they say.
Alex, quick question: is it dark down here?
It is dark. Yeah, it's okay. So actually, that's a good point. It's dark at certain ends. There's torches, like where we're standing, where some of the conversations. It looks like it's livable, like burrows kind of thing. But there's darkness around in pockets, dripping stalactites, things like that.
I'd like to cast light on my mace and just light up the entire tunnel.
Okay. Do you want to roll for that?
No, it's just a cantrip. So
Okay, just a cantrip. Okay, so you cast light. So the components are they somatic, verbal? What do we got?
it's verbal and material.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second in the line behind the elf, this split male sort of individual. He go ahead. Let us have it.
So I can just basically I'm holding a mace and I just hold it up and then it just lights up. And basically this is bright light in a 20-foot radius, and then dim light another 20 feet.
Okay.
So it'll light up this whole tunnel.
Okay.
So just bringing light into this whole dark space.
This whole area. Okay, so any darkness probably is engulfed at least by dim light now.
Meaning to be a beacon for these people we're hoping to liberate. So
Okay, so you're
bringing
trying to
light
communicate
into
something.
dark area. Yeah.
Okay. Now,
We're here to
Bale.
help, basically.
Bale. Who the hell are these people? Who the hell are these people? Casting spells down here? What would you do in this situation? This bright light just bursts open from this mace.
Sorry, what was Kyle's response to me?
He said,
Flat out forgot.
He said, get out of the way so we can let these people free. And then after that, a light was cast.
Oh, yeah, okay.
This second in the line of this rushing trio. In fact, actually, make a perception check, Bale.
One.
Okay, what?
Critical fail, bro.
One.
Okay, so
I am bad at my job.
apparently, so this
Wonder
trio.
why that this king.
This trio, this slender elf, like these other two, you step in front, and you had said, if you recall, you said, "Yeah, hold up here. Let's before anything gets crazy," or something to that effect. And as a response, you had the elf say, "Move out of the way here, so we can let these people go." And without any heeding, warning, or otherwise, the second in the line, suddenly this bright light just bursts open, and you suddenly taken aback by whatever this was, magic, a sudden torch, a tinderbox, who knows what it was. You can't see anything now. You slip and you do a dexterity check, please. You slip backwards, like in reaction, recoiling from this bright, sudden light, this unnatural lighting.
14.
14. Okay, so you slip on your heel, stumble back a bit, and land straight on your ass. Maybe not the intended effect by the light caster. What next? Trio, let's say it's your move, Trio.
So how far away are we from them right now?
Not far now. You're within a range. You're within grasping range or talking range, like normal voice range of the man.
I'd like to put down my hand and offer to pick him up. Offer to help him up.
Okay, so you extend your armored hand to Bale. Bale?
I hear a warg.
I accept the hand and the aid in standing up.
Okay. All right. So you're covered in tunnel dirt. Your nice black cloak, nice cloth covered now in tunnel dirt. Feeling a little bit embarrassed that somebody of your stature was taken by surprise by a rather quickly done spell. Not a man you've seen before, and not a man at all. In fact, it's a strange-looking creature. You've heard about these creatures somewhere before. Roll a wisdom check.
Three and... Oh, plus 3, 6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, that was... You reason that was some bullshit story some drunken gnome told you once about some gray-skinned something or other. You don't know what the hell these things are, but they sure as hell ain't human. But nonetheless, you take the hand and they haul you up considerably, strength, stoic, and almost with an air of the divine about them. These two in the back here behind this elf. But it's the caster that has helped you up, and you're now face to face with them. What do you say? This creature you've never seen before, humanoid creature. Bale.
What are you all doing here?
Salad.
Yeah, I kind of motioned to Elia. Is it Elia, right, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Elia. I'm like, Elia, quick. Start releasing the prisoners. We're with you. And then turn to Bale in front of us to say, I'm Sal. This is Gal. This is Elia. Are you going to help us?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Great, a friend.
Okay. But you guys, just a reminder that moments before this all happened, and you came storming down to stop this ghastly trade. There was an orc with hands around a fairly portly blackjack-bearing guardsman who fell on his ass over to the left. Somebody, in fact, Sal, make a reaction check, please. Like, make a dexterity check, sorry.
Or
Sal gal.
Gal or Sal?
Oh, sorry, Gal, make it, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
So
Galatar, right? Galatar.
Yes. I got 19.
19.
Ooh,
Okay.
yeah.
So Galatar, you had just jumped up and you said, yeah, friends.
A
Okay.
friend.
And out of the corner of your eye, you're a trained paladin.
Yes.
It's not your first rodeo in combat. You suddenly remember that as this blackjack club comes towards you from the back end, you suddenly realize there's guards. Of course there's guards. So you have the jump on him. What do you do?
Okay.
The blackjack's coming and he missed. He absolutely missed. But he went for a strike. Now what?
I
You're first.
try to take the weapon.
You try to take the weapon?
Yeah.
Okay, roll d20.
Yeah.
Undefined d20, please.
Undefined. Oh, I got
Yeah.
12.
12. Okay. Raw d20, you got 12. Okay, so he swings the blackjack down and you grab him by the wrist. In your plate mail, your heavy armor, paladin standard issue.
Yes.
And you squeeze tight enough that he drops his blackjack and down it goes. And now you've got the hand of a greasy 45-year-old Fu Manchu portly guard. What do you do now? He's unarmed. He's stunned by the quick reaction that such a heavily armor-clad whatever you are just grabbed him. What now?
Tell him that there's no need for violence. Will you help us?
He's stunned. He's speechless. He thought he was just going down for a quick trade and maybe a visit to, Sal's Emporium of Liquors. Zal's Emporium of Liquors. He didn't help you with what?
Release these people.
People? You said people? These are all kinds of creatures, you know that. He just grabbed me. He's not a person. He's a thing. He's a monster. We just trade monsters. He's now like almost hysterical, saying we just trade monsters. These aren't people. They're monsters. He just grabbed me. He's got a gap in his teeth. He's not easy to listen to, this gentleman, but he says they're not people. They're monsters.
Can I cut him?
Check them for keys.
Everybody's heard that now, so anybody can respond to that, by the way.
Yeah, not being kind. Check the guy for keys so we can get the hell out of here.
So you heard the Dragonborn, impatient, calculating, cold. He says, enough with it. Get on with it and get us out of here. Does he have keys on him? Gal, your call.
I asked, well, if you aren't here to help us, then you may leave.
To the Dragonborn? Or to the guard?
No, to the guy that I'm holding.
Okay, to the guy you're holding.
They're not with the keys.
You say if you aren't there to help us, you can leave. You got him by the wrist like this, right?
Yes.
And you look him in his eyes, and that's what you say. And he says, "Look, I don't want trouble. I just sideshow. It's nothing really." So he yanks his wrist from you, and I'm assuming you're gonna let it pass. Although you can make a reaction check to grab it back if you want. Are you gonna just let it pass? Let him pull it out from your grasp?
Yes, I'll let it slide.
Okay, so he slides his wrist out, and he takes off running.
I draw my bow.
And you notice, you notice there's jingling. Okay, stop right. I'm gonna stop right there in the description. The bow is drawn. The elf, quick on the mark, draws the bow. Now what? Roll.
Kneecap.
Roll a. What would it be? Roll a d20. Yeah, sorry.
16.
16. So you ready your bow. What did you intend to do with this bow?
Shoot him in the leg.
Shoot him in the leg. You rolled a 16?
Wow.
Okay, roll. Oh, shoot. Sorry, I need to check quickly here. Yeah, just a brief pause here, guys. Sorry, I did not have...
Okay.
Go ahead.
When hearing this conversation, I actually wanted to add something.
Please, yeah.
So when he was hearing the conversation, the orc was going to turn towards him and snarl, because when he was calling us all monsters.
Right.
And then Urzog, infuriated.
You orcs are always just snarling.
So he's looking and he's snarling and he's drooling, and he says, "Monsters, it's easy for you to say. You're not the one in the cage."
Sean, I would like you, at this point, to enter your barbarian rage, okay? You can do that 2 times a day, and I'm asking you to do it now.
Okay, I have entered my barbarian rage.
Okay, you said you're drooling at the mouth, right? And frothing at the mouth, and you just said that line. Now what? You want the hell out of here. How are you gonna do it, Herzog? The force of hot blood runs through you. The tribe, everything. The baby, your wife, everything. Channeled into this one grasp. What do you do?
I grab the bars, and I start kind of like shaking and shifting my weight to try and tip this damn cage.
Okay.
Or something, anything.
Okay, roll a strength check, please. Plus 2 extra for the barbarian rage. So plus 6.
Plus 4 plus 2?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling. Plus 4 plus 2, please.
Ooh.
8. I'm sorry, is that 8 total or 8 plus 6?
That is 8 total. That is 2
Oh!
plus 2.
Oh man, I tried to give you a bonus.
You're an intelligent orc.
Yeah.
Sometimes the dice just aren't in your favor, man. What do you tell you?
No, they're not. Well, anyways, you grab on, you make this. Sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just said Nurgle cursed his dice.
Yeah, Nuffle, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Nuffle, by the way, is the god of dice in Blood Bowl. Yeah. So Warhammer.
Warhammer,
yeah. Anyways, that aside, so the orc drooling with such a presence about him, grabs these bars a second time and yanks it upwards, his feet dug in the ground, and nothing moves. And during that time, we already know that the elf has drawn the bow. Aiming at his leg, the elf lets it go. Kyle, roll a 1d8, please. 1d8.
Ooh, different dice.
Yeah. Damage.
The battle's still raging on up.
It is still raging on upstairs, yes.
Okay.
This is entirely separate to that, but it's still within audible distance, yeah.
Just curious.
Yep. And Bale, you're still taking it all in, almost standing side by side with the guy who blinded you, and the rest of the cages still. The rest of you guys still in the cages now. Kyle, what was your roll?
5.
5. Okay, so you loose the bow at this running. Like I said,
Do I have anything like pluses or minuses on it, or just 5?
Just 5. Just
Okay.
5 straight in this at this
All right.
moment. Go ahead.
Oh, it's not a very good roll, is it?
No, I mean it's 5 out of 8. Like it's a 1d8.
So it's
Yeah.
pretty good roll.
It's actually not bad. Yeah. So anyway, you fire this arrow, gets him right behind the kneecap, right in the pit of that knee, and down this guy topples this massive uneven lard and leather, just topples to the ground, arrow in the back of the knee. You look back to your 2 companions, the gray-skinned Aasimar, and you say,
I told you I would work with you. I didn't say that we wouldn't get violent if we needed to. Don't let people go. This is about letting these people go, and that's it. If we have to be violent, we're going to be violent.
okay.
Take the lead, Elliot. We're just
Okay.
here to help.
All right.
Okay, so this man is now, you've got one guard now, like maybe 10 feet in front of the trio, maybe 8 feet in front of Bale and Sal, because you guys are just a bit more forward. This guy's got an arrow in the back of his knee, and he's howling all get it. Jesus, Mother Joseph, God damn it! Face is in the dirt.
Knock him out and get his goddamn keys.
His face in the dirt. His face in the dirt. There's blood everywhere. There's an arrow sticking at the back of his knee. What now? Dragonborn, you said what again?
Someone shut him up, knock him out or whatever, and get his goddamn keys so we can get out of here.
We still don't know that he has keys.
Over that guy, we never checked them to see that keys.
You
You can't break out.
although
That's why I shot him,
There's
because
4 people
he would have gotten away if I didn't. So
No,
Fair enough.
somebody
So make the approach, Kyle. Make the approach, please, to this screaming individual.
all right. Do I have
What
to
now?
do any checks or anything, or just walk toward him?
No, describe what you're doing.
Okay,
Opposed to the
so
body? Not the body, but the man.
walking to. Does he have a name or just random guy?
You don't know his name.
Okay.
Who gives a fuck at this point?
All right.
You already shot him with an arrow. Who cares? It's too late to ask him for his name, bro.
You don't know his name. You can ask if you like. He's
'Kay.
screaming with an arrow in his back of his knee.
So all
Just for
right.
the
So as
record, left knee.
So as I walk up to him, I say, first of all, you described us all as monsters. I'm an elf, so that would make me just as much of a monster as you, or as them. And I don't care that you're bleeding. I don't care that you're miserable right now. These people are miserable. So do you have keys on you? We'll call you friend for now.
You said, "Do you have keys on you, friend?"
Yes.
Make a charisma check, please.
Ooh. 3.
Okay, and I was gonna say subtract 5 from that because you shot him in the back of the knee with an arrow. So, he's still face down in the dirt. He hears what you just said to him. Do you have keys on you? You don't care. You called you called anyone that wasn't human a monster. That's how you understood what he said. And he said, "Yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Just leave me the hell alone!" Your attempt at greater diplomacy has failed. Now what?
I grab the arrow and push it further into his knee.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh gosh! Oh my goodness! Okay.
I told him we would get the cleric to heal him and give us keys.
So you grab this arrow and you drive it further in. Roll 1d4, the triangle.
3.
You push it in, and the man howls. The most blood-curdling howl you've heard, knowing you just rammed this wooden shaft even deeper through, probably right through the damn kneecap, and he's out. He's gone. Maybe he's dead. Maybe he's non-responsive.
Okay, non-responsive. All right, so I just check his body for keys then.
Okay. And you find on his belt, among several other items, you find, in fact, a small silver key on the right side of his body. And again, the arrow's in the left side, just for perspective. You have the key. Now what?
I'll toss the key to
Just
Toss the
come
key to my
the cage
companions.
and use it yourself.
No. I got. I'll toss the key. I'll toss the key to one of my companions. We'll to Sal, and then I'll take care of to move the body. We'll say.
Okay. So you grab this portly individual. Please make a strength check, and while you're doing that, Rob, you catch
I
the
grab
key.
the keys.
Yes, you caught this key. Now what?
All right, so I make my way over to the cages. So I see this one cage. It's all bent up with this frothing orc in it. So I look over. So I go to that one first.
Ben and Jerry's new ice cream flavor.
Frothy orc!
And I just said, what was that show?
Ben and Jerry's new ice cream flavor, frothing orc.
Yes.
Yes. So I go over to the frothing orc cage, get through my keys, and try them until I find one that opens that cage up. And I said, "You're free, friend." And then I'll proceed to the other cages. Are there just the 3 cages, or are there more?
There's much more. There's at least 10 of them stretching down the way that those that Trish, 2 other people went, remember, to talk. Stretching down that corridor of this tunnel is maybe 10 more. But they range out of sight. It's a long tunnel. Go ahead, Herzog.
I was gonna say once he lets me out, and he said, "You said here you go, friend," or "You're free, friend."
You're free, friend.
So Herzog nods to the Azamar, and he says, "Thank you, little sickly-looking person. Sickly because you're gray skin, okay?"
As opposed to green.
So Herzog, you
Alex,
step out
I-
in front, out of this cage finally. This tattered bell cage. It almost looks like it's... Oh, who knows? It looks like junk now, but it was still holding you until now. You step out and you say what you said, which was, "Thank you, you sickly thing."
There's that org again.
So
Now-
Alex, as I'm letting each of them out, if I can let all of them out, all 3 of them, I'd like to cast Bless,
Okay.
which is a spell. Basically, I sprinkle some holy water on their heads, and I can bless up to 3 creatures of choice within my range of 30
Okay.
feet.
What are your choices?
So this gives them a buff. So this will be the 3 that were in the cage.
Okay. Any
So
rules
this
for that?
gives them. Yeah, so this would give them whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or the saving throw. So they get an extra d4 when making an attack or a saving throw.
Okay. Is there a difficulty to this spellcast or cantrip or what?
Just cast. It takes concentration though, so
Okay.
I have to concentrate.
Okay. So
So
you're casting.
If I take damage, my concentration will be broken.
Okay. And how long is it channeling for, Rob?
It's 1 minute.
Okay. So maybe tell them what you're about to do.
Yeah. You're gonna need strength to
Well,
get
that's
out of it.
Rob for audio.
Yeah. You're gonna need your strength to make it out of here alive.
Okay. And you're gonna see to it?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so the 3 of you are free. Kobold and Bale, you've been now kind of pushed to the side here. And you see this sprinkle of holy water, this priest guy. The guy who helped you up, blinded you, now he's spraying holy water everywhere. Any thoughts about this whole thing?
gonna warn you all that there's still more guards in the back.
Right. Right.
Oh,
There's more guards in the back. Trish, you know something about that, don't you? How many do you think there would be, Trish, at least?
Guards? Well, there's just the 2 guys. There's obviously more than that, no?
Could be. Yeah, could be. Could be. Why don't you make a perception check? There's a D20, sorry. 20?
Roll. 20, yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're
Okay.
wasting on that fighting.
Okay. So, Kyle, I had asked you to make a strength check. How did that go?
16.
Okay, so you have hauled this guy away, and you're gonna what? Hide him somewhere?
Hide him, yeah.
Okay, you're off doing that successfully then. Trish, you say that you think there's 2, right? And then you put you put your ear to the air, and again the kobold is much at home in places like this, and you hear what sounds like, I don't know if I can replicate it. Sounds like thumping feet. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2,
Okay.
and then and then it comes to you. It comes to you loud. Like it's getting louder is what I'm saying. These feet.
They'll say we have to make a choice.
Well, let them know what you heard first.
Okay, I'll say there's guards down the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and up the stairs is the way to the, sounds like, the tavern.
Yeah, the tavern. Yeah.
We're gonna crawl.
Right.
What do you guys want to do?
So she's told you now that there are people coming. She can hear in the tunnel air the movement of dirt, things that are beyond the ken of some of you guys, but not a tunnel life dweller like her. She says, "There's people coming. What do we do?
Okay, are we
Y'all free."
agreed that we're all going to be friends here to each other right now and help each other get out of the situation? Are we in that spot yet where we can trust everybody? Or where are we there?
Okay, so the Dragonborn beseeches you guys to consider: are we doing this
Working
together
together.
or not?
I know the orc and the elf have difficulties. I understand that. I'm hoping to put that aside, and even that, what it was, the assassin or whatever that guy is. If we can all band together and maybe we'll make this worth his while.
I have no difficulties with orcs.
Well, I wish the feeling was mutual, but it's not. But can we all
Nice.
agree that we gotta find a way out of here?
Oh, don't worry. You can all trust me.
I was about to ask, human, since you came in here, I saw from the bar, since you came in here with the rest of them, are you trustworthy? Are you with them or against them?
Them being the slaver guards.
The slaver, yes, the slavers.
I was actually hired to come in here and free these people.
Oh, okay. Well,
So I'm
then
with you.
absolutely have no problems. Then that's great.
great.
Okay.
And what's the orc? What's the orc? What's he? Doomhammer?
Well, you don't know his name. What is his name?
Well, I thought I heard one of the guards say it.
Oh, okay. And so, what do you think it is then? What do you think is his name?
Doomhammer?
Okay. Go ahead. You were gonna address him, I think, right?
Yeah. Or can we put any feelings aside that we have and try and get out? See if there's another way out except from going up through that hole again into that ruckus. See if there's something down the other way. All of us together. I mean, not just the orc and I.
But you are asking the orc directly right now, correct?
Yeah, well, because I know he's in, like, I don't know if he's still in berserker mode or not. What the hell whatever the hell that drooling was pretty disgusting for a dragon, but so be it.
You'll still want that berserker mode to get out of here.
Yeah. So can we look for another way out?
I may be angry, but I am still honorable.
All right.
And me and the elf see one thing eye to eye.
Which is?
We have no problem with orcs.
Well, okay. I agree with you on that one.
Oh, that's the last thing I expected. It's so beautiful. All right. So, group, this erstwhile group now, you have now learned there is a dragonborn here.
My name is Aljax Dragon Lord.
Aljax Dragon Lord. He's fairly self-absorbed, driven, calculating, but clever.
Willing to work with others to a point.
A little impatient, you may say, given how he's acted so far. And then there is
in a bloody cage.
I'm sure the orc agrees. Now, this group, you can't just be standing here. There's these feet coming, okay? I want somebody now to... I want all you to roll initiative, which just means roll, I believe... Oh, what is it now? Is it D20? D20?
Should be a D20, I believe, yes.
Yeah, so it's D20 plus your dex mod, right? Yeah, D20 plus your dexterity mod, guys. And on your sheets, it should say initiative plus, like, it should have its own number at the top.
Oh, okay. On dexterity, okay.
No, just initiative. It's its own...
Oh, initiative,
Yeah.
right.
So is it plus dex and plus initiative then?
No, just initiative. That's the number totaled, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm wrong. I think that's... But let's just play it like this. The number total in the initiative block or whatever you've got. Everyone roll D20s, please.
My total is 18.
Okay. 18.
12.
I'm pretty sure I have -2.
Yeah, you do, Sean.
Trish is 6.
6.
Total?
Total.
Yep.
And I am I am 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
For intelligent
Kyle, what you got?
Okay, so just D20 plus the initiative. That's what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
It was plus initiative, not dex.
20.
Sorry?
It comes out to the same, but it's referred to as initiative right now.
20.
20?
Yeah.
Match 20 or
That's
like
with
natural?
17,
Oh, so
17 plus 3.
plus 3. Okay. Rob, Jesse.
Yeah, I got a 19 plus 1, so
20. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
I got 10.
What'd you get, Rob?
10?
I can
10?
do that.
10.
10.
Okay.
For some reason, Jesse's clear and Rob's very quiet right at the moment.
Mhm.
Okay, so we got and Derek, what do you got? Bam. 12. And Trish, you rolled 20. What'd you roll, Trish?
6.
3 plus 3.
3 plus 3, 6, right. Okay, so we got 2 20s. Kyle and Jesse. So we've got Elia and Galatar, or Gal, right?
yep.
Well, as it seems, the 2 women of this band, you realize it's time to act. You guys look at each other and say, what's the plan? There's 2 ways. You can go down where you haven't been, or you can go back up where you were. You know there's still the battle, and there's unknown down there, and potentially people coming down there. But who knows how many tunnels are off in the distance, right?
Should be
I'll leave it to... What I'm saying is I'll leave it to Elia and Gal to decide. They're the first to jump up and say, with a little bit of intensity, let's act.
Yeah, should
So
we
what'll
handle
it
these
be?
guards on their way in?
What's that?
Oh, we're talking amongst each other now.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my suggestion is to not go the way we came. From creatures that I've met in the past, I know that our kobold friend here is well with the caverns. So maybe they could take the lead and help us through the caves.
Okay.
And we fight what comes to us.
Okay. So, Elia, you make an appeal for the kobold to lead this diminutive dragonling. Trish, what do you got? to say to that?
So I say we'll go down the cave and follow those footsteps.
Footsteps.
Let's go.
That she hears footsteps.
I said we're gonna go
Okay,
down the caves, right? So let's go.
Follow.
Okay.
We're following.
Well, we can hear footsteps, or I can hear
Right.
footsteps.
You can. Yes.
So we're going down to like the hallway, I guess, right?
Right, you're going down the unknown cavern where you're
Unknown,
hearing
yeah.
the steps from.
Right.
Okay. Agreed? Everyone in agreement?
I agree.
Because
I
these
agree.
three have already
I
taken
agree.
off with the kobold up front, so you better follow or fall back.
Right.
I'm Groot.
Okay. So off we go.
Let's go.
Off we travel down the dark and dripping tunnels. As you go, the cleric's light, Sal's light, darker and darker, and just about gone. But this place is lived in. There's still torches. There's still sources of light every so often. But still, as you go, things get colder and darker and damper. And it's about, let's say, 5 minutes, and it seems like this route has split into 2 more. And now you stop, and Kobold at the lead. Kobold, tell us what you would advise by rolling a perception check, please. So D20 plus your wisdom.
Wisdom is +4. I believe.
No, I think it's what you have +2, I think.
Oh no.
10.
No,
Okay,
wisdom.
so-
Wisdom is +0.
+0, but add +2, please, to it on my call, please.
Okay.
'Cause
so
you're
you
tunnel-
rolled
Tunnel wisdom.
+2.
Add +2 to the roll, yeah. Please.
So,
So
it's 1 + 2.
that's it. Okay, so the 10 doesn't matter.
No, that's
Oh.
just what your level is.
3.
3 is your roll? Okay. Okay. So,
The hell do I know?
Kobold, you, tricks, you, always, like I said, scattered a mind, quick to yip and yap. You stop dead at this fork and you sniff the air both ways and you turn back to the people who've elected you squad leader for this moment, if you will, and you say what? You don't know. Let's just be honest. You don't know
Can I
which way
hear
is
the
better.
voices anymore?
No. You can't hear anything but dripping water right now. And, like, bat noises and the kind of things you'd hear in subterranean passages. But nothing out of the ordinary. So you turn back to them, your lizardly eyes flicking back and forth, and they're looking expectant at you for which way do we go in this fork now.
I can just choose whatever I want, can I? You guys
Yeah,
can
you
tell me now.
well you can say to them what you think is best.
You can advise because you don't want to get us dead either. Right.
Right, yeah. So advise either the left or the right, please.
Alright, I'm
And
gonna do
and you don't know anything about them because of the roll, okay? So the roll was too low.
right. Yeah, I said I'm still gonna advise right.
Yep, you can make a call because they're looking to you for the answers.
Yeah, so I said like it's not like I really know, so
Right. Okay. So the kobold seems unsure. Trick seems unsure of the passage west. You can notice, Sal, make a perception check, please.
Nat 20.
Oh.
20, nat 20.
Nat 20.
Sal, you see this kobold turn back to you, okay? And you're a former soldier. You're an Aasimar. Blessed be the Aasimar, okay? Beloved birth, the rare species, right? The good of heart, born of the deities of goodness. You have knowledge of battle, of creatures, of fear, of horror, of worries, of all manner of things, Sal. And you look into these beady eyes, and some lesser mortals may see scavenging and whatever, but you see uncertainty. You see sudden uncertainty in this so far intrepid traveler, the so far intrepid tunnel leader of what to do next. And that uncertainty is concerning to you, Sal. What now? Left or right, Sal? Or what? or discuss.
Can I? So we have left or right options in front of us.
Yeah, or you can just discuss it too. But you notice something. You notice the kobold seems unsure of where to go the first time in this journey so far. She's heard footsteps from miles across. She's heard the moving of dirt. She's been on point this entire time until right now, and that concerns you.
Kobold injured at all? How is
No.
their condition?
Kobold's fine. They just yeah, Kobold's fine. Kobold's fine.
I can't.
But I forgot to mention to all you guys, and I should have, but I forgot to. You slaves, you three ex-slaves, as it were. None of you have your gear, by the way. You're just in cloth clothes, nothing else.
Well, I want the cast shield on myself then. So,
How long
probably
Okay.
I have
Let
no
me.
information on that.
I got it. Sorry. You want to cast shield on yourself right now?
Well, if we're going into unsure territory, I got to make sure I'm protected.
All right, give me a moment. Sorry.
Unless it's, I mean, like I said,
I think it's only like a couple round cast though. Let me check.
That's what I want to know. I have no information.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's my mistake. Let me just look it up quickly. While he does that, Sal, what do you think about all this? You got any words?
Yeah, so I think I'll just I'll go up to the kobold. I'll kneel down as best I can with the armor that I have on.
Right.
And I'll just say, we believe in you.
Okay.
I know you'll get us out of here.
Okay. Make a charisma check, Sean. Rob.
Yeah. The 13.
13. Okay. So the divine spellcaster Trish, he walks up to you, sensing some sort of uncertainty of where to go next, and kneels, as he said, as best he can in the armor. He looks you dead in the eyes and he says, "That's an inside joke." Sorry, he looks you dead in the eyes and says,
No tomato.
"No," he says. We'll explain that later. He says, "We believe in you, little one." And suddenly you feel a wash of hope in you, and you roll another perception check. You turn back to the tunnels and you roll another perception check, thinking there must be something I'm missing here. With renewed energy. So roll a d20, please.
Is it just 7?
7 plus the 2.
7 plus the 2, 10. Okay. So,
Nine.
oh, sorry,
Nine,
sorry,
Alex.
9. Sorry, I'm looking at other numbers as I say that. Okay, so you roll 9. Okay, you look, you ponder, eyes skidding back and forth. You turn back to the cleric and you shrug. And you say what in your kobold way that you don't know still the right way.
I can't hear anything.
She can't hear me?
Apparently not.
Oh, why not?
I can't hear anything you guys just said.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on now. Well, nobody's talking.
Am I quiet for you guys, or is it good?
Nope.
No,
Oh, you're
loud,
good.
loud and clear.
Okay.
While they're doing that, Alex, did you find out what my
Yeah,
shield-
yeah. So it's only one round duration, so 4 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, so save it.
I'll hold off on that.
A little bit delayed. It shouldn't be a lot delayed, though.
Okay, well, Sean, you can tell her what I say then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's still unsure of which way to go. She turns back.
Okay. No, yeah, the Discord chat is really delayed. Hold on a second.
Okay.
I was gonna have Trish exit it.
Okay.
And then she will rejoin. We can try unplugging her again anyway, if you want. Maybe it's just because of the Wi-Fi here. on her
Could be,
iPad.
yeah.
So go to accept. Oh, that's a friend request actually.
So Dad, you'll want to hold on to that spell for now. Kyle, make a perception check, please.
That was.
Damn it! That one fell on the That one fell on the ground. And really far across the room, so I just rolled another d20 so I could see it. 18.
Good thing you got extra.
So Kyle, Elia, you step forward. Obviously, the kobold uncertain of what to do, and no amount of kind words is going to change that. You step forward and you look to the dirt. You've been in all kinds of wilds. You and the orc both probably, but Elvin's sense is different. And you see prints. Footprints.
Oh, footprints. Okay.
You see footprints going to the right, and like drag lines to the left, like lines just of moved dirt to the left. You notice those different things. No one else sees them. Let them know if you like, or or step up and make a call. So drag lines to the left and footprints to the right.
Yeah, what do your elven eyes see?
But if you want, I can probably.
So, I checked the ground, and to our right, we have footprints. I can't see how many, but I see footprints. So I don't know if we run into 6, 10 different people, but to the left path, there's just drag lines, and I don't know if that's someone being carried or dragged away. I don't know if that's a monster or a cart. I can't tell.
Yeah, it could be any of those things. You're right. Could be anything.
But that's our choices. We could follow the drag lines to the left, which could be I don't know what, or the footprints, and I don't know how many there is, but for the footprints to the right.
Well, I'm inclined for the drag lines myself.
Okay. Anyone else?
I also vote for the drag lines.
Drag lines to the left. That's 3 of you. Anybody else?
3.
Yeah.
That's 2.
Only
No,
two.
Derek, yourself.
Fine with it.
Oh,
Sure.
sorry. I thought you
I
said
didn't-
drag. Oh, sorry. 2. Sorry.
2.
What do you think? Kyle?
I'm keen to go with them right now, so I will
that's
also
3.
vote to the left. I wasn't sure, but
No, that's okay.
yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Anybody
about
else
my-
want to speak up? Left or right? Footprints to the right. Drag lines, by which I mean like move dirt in a line pattern down to the left. Indiscernible what nature.
Because I think right now, group, it's better that we stick together, not go our separate ways. So.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you're not splitting up here. It's just to
take
decide
that
which
into
way to
account.
go. That's
Yeah.
all.
Yeah, sounds good.
Left?
Go for it.
Does somebody
Okay.
in the group have some sort of like tracking or like lore or something like that to be able to?
Discern what the drag lines could be. You could try. Anybody want to take a look? Elia already noticed them with keen sight and a lifetime in the wilderness. Anybody want to take a closer look at these things? Let me know.
I don't know everyone's characters, so I'm just
That's okay.
curious if somebody has some sort of attunement.
Anyone can try if they think they, maybe test history.
Can I use a skill and investigate the drag lines?
Sure, you could. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do that.
Okay, do that. Roll a d20 plus your modifier for that.
Oh, 12.
12, and that's including mod.
Yeah, that's with mod.
Okay, so you walk up to these drag lines, and Bale, you put one knee on the dirt, and one hand on another knee, and you 2 fingers touch the dirt itself and sort of grind it between 3 fingers, a thumb and 2 fingers, I should say, and it's certainly moved recently, but. You've studied certain magics that this isn't anything you've come across before. This isn't anything. This isn't anything special to you. So, as you get up off a knee, you turn back to the group and you let them know that
that I have no idea what it was.
You know nothing. Yeah. yeah. So rather than debate, let's go left now then, because we've got several who don't know, and I'm asking now that based on the circumstances that for the moment Elya's in front with the bow ready. Okay, Elya's in front. Cobalt is next. Bale third, and the rest of you in determined order. Okay, that's just based on who acted. Okay. So you're gonna go left down this dragline tunnel. So on we go. And the more we move forward, the more wet it gets. Dank and drippy, strange. Trish, you, again, a lifetime in the tunnels, unsure maybe at the fork, but no fool. You know that there's got to be a water source coming up. Duh. I mean, it's wet everywhere. Sometimes water leads to tributaries, leads to lakes, leads to ways out of here. You know you've scuttled down similar paths before. You can let the group know that they're likely to find a body of water coming up within 100 meters, maybe, around the bend. If you'd like, you can explain that to them in your way, or we can go forward as is.
You just go forward as is, and like I have to repeat what you said.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could, or you could. Do you know? Do you think you know? Do you want to think about what a water source down here could bring? In which case, I'd ask you to make a test of some sort, or are you just reasoning that there's a water source coming up and you're just going to keep going? You know what I mean?
It has to be a roll, yeah.
Yeah. You may roll if you want to think more deeply on it, or not. I guess is what I'm saying.
All right, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, what else do I don't know? 4.
What'd you get?
4.
What'd you get? 4? Okay, so you turn. You let the group know there's water ahead. There's water ahead. That's it. There's gonna be water. Yeah, there's gonna be water ahead. And so just as you round the bend, you guys, down to this darkened area, and you're single file now, going deeper, 7 apiece single file, sort of 7 abreast single file with Kyle in the lead right now. I'm gonna make a roll here. Okay, as you round the corner, sure enough, there's a subterranean lake. Open up still water, nothing rushing, nothing running, just still. And I would like Trish to make a perception check, listening to the air, please.
1.
Was that a 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, Trish, you put your ears to the wind near this lake, and you...
Hear nothing.
Yeah, you reflect on times you've been in the tunnels. But other than that, nothing. Except something. All of a sudden, the air changes. A certain heaviness to it, a certain briny, salty nature to it. And quite unexpectedly to the whole lot of you, emerge from the lake these forms, these figures, these humanoid things from the lake themselves. First, you see the head covered in gillish things, but 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, armor of scale as they stride closer from the lake towards you. These 2 figures, and as they come waist high out of this water, they have nothing but a loincloth, webbed hands, and
goddamn lizard men.
Dragonborn, because you were the first to exclaim, please make a history check, please, which would be your intelligence, please.
D20?
Yeah.
Any modifiers?
Your int would be +3, I think.
What am I looking for?
Intelligence. It'd be +3, I think.
Okay, so with that would be 11. With
11
the,
total?
Yeah, 11 total.
Okay, so you think about what you've what you've read about, what you've come across. You're scaling yourself, and these are some scale, but putrid to you. Nothing as regal as a dragon for sure. But can everybody mute me, please? Me and Alan, please. So right-click our pictures, mute us. I'll give you the 2 thumbs up when we're ready. I need to impart some information here.
You're talking to me now?
Yeah, only you will know this. So everybody mute, and I'll give it 10 seconds.
Just mute you two. That's it.
Mute myself, mute the DM, and mute Alan. Yes.
Hold on.
You have to click each individual, or you can turn it
Yeah, you can just click our pictures. Let me know if there's a
I found
problem.
this a little bit weird.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize.
Okay,
My
well they're
apologies.
both muted for me. I can't hear them.
Okay.
Actual sentence, can you mute everyone?
Hold on.
Alex, say some words right now.
Hello, 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 hello. Kyle wants me to say words.
And I'll talk as well. Anybody hear me? Alex, you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah. Hold on a second. I'm not set there yet. I'm still.
Okay.
So I mute everyone except for I just mute you and
Yep.
you and
Yes.
Daddy Boy.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, those are the only ones that you're muting, Sean. Just Alex and.
Yeah, I've muted them.
Okay.
And Aldax.
Okay, Dad.
Yes.
Oh no.
You think about all the creatures you've studied.
No, I
in
just
your-
took off my headset.
Your arcane worlds, your visions of other planners, and you think you might recognize these guys. Now you rolled, what was it, a 12? You said, right?
11.
11. Okay. Now you recognize them, Dad, as sea spawn. Okay.
Sea spawn?
Sea spawn. Yes, spawn of the sea. Sea spawn.
Okay, sea spawn.
And you recall an old saying by Elminster the Wizard, who has frequented these parts before. Okay, and he said this. They are transformed by the sea and enthralled by powers of the deep, and the transformation is more than mere fins and tentacles. They come to love this slavery, the poor souls. And you remember that sea spawn, they're not kind, they're evil. Neutral evil. And they can see in the dark, and they understand 2 languages. Can you roll another intelligence check, please? You know they had 2 languages, but what 2 were they? Roll a check, please. Intelligence. +3 on the D20.
That'd be with +3, it's
+3
20.
on the D20, yeah.
Yeah, 20.
20?
Yeah, 17 and 3.
Okay, everybody unmute. Can everybody hear me?
Check.
Confirm, everybody hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, so Mr. Dragonborn, Mr. Aljax, he catches himself in a quick wizard thought, the history of the other planes he's been through, and he recognizes these things coming towards you from the lake. Slowly now, knee height in the water, before head height, waist height, now knee. He says he knows what they are. What are they, Aljax?
They are sea spawn, and they are not friendly.
And you remember seeing them before, but it's hard to put these things into words.
Sea spawn, yeah.
Sea spawn, and they're not friendly. Now, you recall a quote from an old famous wizard in these parts, the Sword Coast, and you think back, and you got it in your mind. The quote about the sea spawn was this: "They are transformed by the sea and enslaved by powers of the deep. And the transformation is more than mere fins and tentacles. They come to love their slavery, these poor souls." That was Elminster. You remember that quote now, based on your studies. And you know that they speak 2 languages, you remember. And based on your studious nature and the roles that you gave, you know that they understand Aquan and Common, but they can't speak those things. So,
Right.
he's imparted this knowledge on you. He said they're not friendly. He gave you the Elminster quote, that they love their captives. They love their slavery. These evil creatures coming towards you. They understand but can't speak Common, and they're marching towards you now. And you have the space of 5 seconds. Somebody decide what to do. Do you want to talk? Do you want to fight now?
I think we should try and see if they will let us pass before we go into battle.
Okay, so Aljax, you step forward, knowing
Right.
you've studied these creatures, these two creatures, and you say, obviously knowing Common yourself, say something to them, please.
That 7 of us are a lot stronger and mightier than the 2 of them, and if they let us pass, we will make sure they do not die today.
They stop ankle deep in the water. They look at you almost like vacantly. Their eyelids flash back like a crocodile's would, but they stand on 2 feet, webbed hands, claws. They look like this. I don't know if you guys can see that, but here's what they look like. Can you guys see that?
Lower it down a little. Okay.
Can you see that? Yeah?
Yes.
I just
Okay,
zoomed
that's-
in on your screen. That's cool.
Okay, that's what's in front of you guys. Okay? And you've entreated them that they should let you pass. And they're 2 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them. And they keep advancing. They stop, they listen. They keep advancing. No sound made. They're 15 feet in front of you, out of the lake now. They don't seem to be stopping.
Is Salazar's light still lit at this point?
No.
Can he still light his light?
Salazar?
Or does the
Yeah,
cleric
I
or
can light it
paladin
back
have something? Do you
Yeah, so I
guys
can.
have
I'll hold up
something
my
on
mace again and cast light as a cantrip, so it'll light up.
Okay. So, Sal, you step forward beside, about 2 paces behind Aljax, and you cast light. And I have to make a check for these.
He's trying to make the DM work, you know?
And in the meantime, I've drifted back to the back of the pack because I'm a wizard, so I got to stay out of any hand-to-hand combat.
Okay.
I'm probably one of the weakest at this moment
So you've backstepped a little bit here. Okay.
because they came forward, so I
Okay.
passed up.
So the light blast, the darkness open. The lake isn't that deep. It's not that, at least not to your eye. It's not that wide. But these creatures emerge, and these creatures, they're 5 feet tall, maybe 5'5" at best. All kinds of barnacles and gills, like I said, advancing towards you. The light, though, doesn't seem to phase them. They keep advancing. They're 5 feet away now from the front, which is in front of Sal. They're advancing. They don't show signs of ceasing that advance. They don't have weapons that you can see, but you get the sense that they're not going to stop this advance. Whether they're going to advance and attack, that's something you're not sure of, but they're walking towards you anyway. What do you guys do? Sal, it's on you. First reaction. Yeah, it's on you, first reaction.
Okay, I would like to cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. Walk
Is
me
it
through
another
if you don't
cantrip?
mind. Okay.
So it's a flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
Okay. 1d8 radiant? You said?
Yeah, so they have to do a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then
And it will be
yeah.
1d8 radiant. Okay. And what
Is that for
the DC?
1?
Yeah.
and the
yeah,
DC is 13.
13? Okay.
For one of them?
Just one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Whichever one's closest.
Which one?
if they're-
Okay,
if
so there's one
that's
on the left closer, one on the right, just about 5 paces behind the left. So this would be the leftmost. Which was nearer to where Aljax was standing first.
Yeah.
Before he stepped back. So I'm making the test. They saved it. So does anything happen?
I would like to cast a fire.
Hold on. I need to know if there's anything that happens with if a save happens. Is there any additional function or not? Because sometimes there is, right? Sometimes it'll do half damage or something.
Yeah, there's just no damage. So basically, they don't get flamed.
Okay. So wait, Rob, Rob, you cast your cantrip. What was it? Flame. What was it called again?
Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame, and you splay your fingers and rebuke this form in front of you, and out of the flame, the barnacled beast still marching close. 3 meters now. It's in close combat range in front of you, Sal.
Can I do a reaction?
Sal's turn right now. If he has anything left. Sal, you got anything left?
No, that was my. Are we technically in combat now, or?
We are now in combat. Yes.
Okay.
So that was your action.
Yeah. So that was my action.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can do anything with a bonus. No, I'm just going to stand my ground.
Okay, everybody roll D20 initiative, please. Every single person here, adding your initiative number, please.
That's
16.
wisdom.
No, Dex. So for you, it's -2 on the 20, Sean.
I have 17.
Okay.
16 plus 3, so 19.
19, okay.
I have 11.
11.
I have 20.
20, okay.
Oh, nice. We know
Okay,
who's going
terrific.
next.
Just got business going on here
After all
today.
those crap rolls, but
Hey, you had three 20s today, basically. Well, anyway. So Trish 20. Sal, you've expended your turn, and Gal, what you got?
16 total.
16. Okay. So Trish.
What's
the
Derek's?
kobold. Oh, Derek's. Yeah, sorry, Derek. What you got?
Not 20.
Nat 20.
Oh.
All right, let's.
Alrighty. And natural 20. So Trish, yours was a modified 20, was it not?
yeah.
Okay. So Bale, this creature is 3 feet in combat range of Salazar here. He's cast his flame, and this thing just damn near walked through it. It's your move. You're about 10 feet away. You can do what you want to do on this thing advancing on Sal, or there's one on the right which is nearer to you than Sal is, because you're on the diagonal back side of the group at this point, ish. Whatever you wish to do, you can do. Just ask. We're in combat, so everything's in action. Keep that in mind.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, walk me through it if you have that information. If not, I'll pull it up.
Just trying to find it, but
I'll pull it up as well. Sorry, guys, I didn't have all this stuff right in front of me. I'll work on that. We are, by the way, over time here. I apologize. It's a slow burn at first, and we get things going. If you guys do need to stop, we'll just take about 5 more minutes here.
Or what if at the end of this battle?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's
That doesn't take too long.
right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Okay.
After we all die,
So hopefully,
start a new campaign.
Okay, so
hopefully not.
Eldritch Blast, Bale. Just pulling that up here. Apologies. I'm struggling with the mouse here, so give me a second.
right here.
So we are officially in battle.
Yes, you're officially in combat. I apologize, I didn't mention that.
I think you did. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
I had to be prodded though to be sure. So first time DMs, am I right?
Mhm.
Eldritch Blast. So Derek, you have one spell to cast in any given rest, and that if you use Eldritch Blast, that'll be it. You sure you want to use it?
That's a cantrip.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is. My apologies. I just pulled that up as well. Okay, so go ahead. Eldritch Blast. It's got a verbal and a somatic component, so you target which of the two sea spawn?
The one on the left.
The one on the left, the one near Salazar?
Yeah.
Okay, so the one in front of Salazar, you cast Eldritch Blast, and I believe you're casting based on Charisma, correct? That is your. I think that is your modifier as
Yeah,
a
charisma.
warlock, right? Okay, so roll. Let's see here. Let's see what is it? Let's see. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Direct beam. So enemy streaks make a ranged spell attack. Okay, so let me just double. So you need to make a ranged spell attack on this sea spawn. So I'm gonna pull up this info quickly. And your charisma is what, a +4 mod?
Yeah.
So +4. So okay, so I believe it'll be now. It'll be 10 plus. Hold on, let me double check. Sorry, I'm pulling this up again. Rob, do you know maybe more how the spellcasting works before I have to load up a document here?
What's the spell? It's Eldritch
Blast. Yeah, Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, so usually, let me just see that one. Is it a spell attack, or is it...
Yeah, it's a make a ranged spell attack, yes.
Yeah, so first they have to roll to hit.
Right.
And then there'll be a plus modifier to hit.
Okay, so that's against armor class, right?
Depending on.
Yeah, let me see here.
Yeah, sorry. Trying to load this up. Trying to load your page up, Derek. It's not being kind to me right now. Thanks for your patience. Okay, so what I have here is that it should be. Dang.
DC though?
The target gets what?
Yeah, does the spell has a DC to it?
Cantrip.
Usually there's a spell save DC, so...
Right. What
Just-
is that in now? Hold on. Sorry, guys. So casting spell.
Like, first of all, if it's
Okay, one sec.
it could
I
just
looked
be
this
the
up earlier.
AC.
But... What's that, Rob?
It could just be the AC.
Okay, so let's see. The spell specifies the ability that the target uses for the save and what happens on success or failure. The DC to resist one spell equals 8 plus the modifier plus proficiency bonus. So 8 on the die plus your modifier which would be 4, right? Charisma. So the DC of the spell would be what would it be? It'd be 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 2 is 4. So the DC is 14 based on my understanding of this. So the difficulty that this thing has to save against is 14. Okay?
So on a D12, he has to roll 14 or better
No.
to defeat it?
D20.
Oh, that's
And-
man on D20.
Yeah, and the defender is taking this. So you're casting this Eldritch Blast, Derek?
Yes.
Okay. So, flipping back here, thanks for your patience, guys. Apologies on that. So you've cast the spell, and out of your fingers, Derek launches a beam of crackling energy that streaks towards this sea spawn, and impacts it for 1d10 force damage. Please roll 1d10 force damage. It was not able to save against this. D10 would be which one is it? It's the weird this one, right?
I don't know the one.
Damn,
Okay.
son.
Okay.
Damn,
So-
damn, son.
so you-
This is
so-
fucking
so you
Blood
fired-
Bowl all over again.
Yeah, really. You fire your Eldritch Blast, and with a confident glare in your eye, you let loose this nether power, and it impacts the spawn, and it barely moves. It barely flinches. Barely flinches. And now, I have to do a roll, so pardon me. Okay, and now it, still standing in front of Sal, sort of lurches in its spot, and I believe, Trish, you are next. So Trish, you're close enough to Sal that you're in range, you're in combat range of the same exact sea spawn that just got hit to minimal effect by Derek. Is there anything that you want to do? You have a hand axe, you have Kobold ability of distraction. You have a bunch of little things you could do.
What about like the grovel? It says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do that?
Yeah, it says.
Okay.
Giving allies advantage on rolls.
Right. Okay. So Trish has a specific ability as Kobold to distract enemies that can see her, which in this case is everybody, because there's 2 sea spawn close to you guys. So, what we need to do here, I will pull this up on your character sheet, unless you have it with you right now. If not, I'll pull it up. Okay. Yeah. Does it say how to proceed there,
No.
or does it say any?
As an action, you may use this to distract enemies, give an allies advantage on roll versus enemies who can see you.
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't say any other details.
Okay, so make a charisma check, Trish, please. So that'd be D20 and your charisma modifier, please.
6.
That's not 9?
Oh.
Oh wait, no, you're.
Yeah. No. What was this one? 6.
Okay,
no,
6.
it's
No, it's a 9. No, it's
9?
9, and the charisma is +0, so 9.
Plus 9. Okay, so you as this common to kobolds, you get on your knees and in front of this creature that's about to maybe act on Sal, and what do you say? What do you say? How, like, kobolds are famed for their groveling, begging, please no, have mercy. What?
Do I speak common?
Yeah, you do. Yes, you do. Yeah.
Okay. Like, is that what?
So go ahead and say something to this creature.
Please don't take us as prisoners, because they like to have prisoners, right?
They are themselves prisoners to a larger entity, but it's possible for sure that they would consider bringing you down. Sorry? Okay. It looks at this small form, and I believe, Kyle, you're next, right?
Yes.
And the both of these sea spawn, they move slow. They're not fast. They're water creatures first, but humanoids at some point warped and changed, like Almister said, and they both slowly turn their heads to this yip-yappity kobold saying, "Don't take us prisoners, please no. Let us go." And what do, Elia? You've got an action. You can do what you like. There's still a sea spawn.
There's 2, and there's one close, and there's one farther back.
One directly in front of Sal.
Okay. I'd like to use my. Am I far back or close?
You're close enough for ranged or melee if you wish.
Okay. I'll use my bow again on the close one.
Okay, so roll d20 plus dexterity mod, please.
Frick!
This is why you invest. Watch your iPad for a second. This is why you invest in a little box, baby.
Yeah, get a low rim box.
Okay. Alright, so I'll remember that for next time. Anyway.
Don't roll off the table.
16. I'm rolling it on a slanted computer. 16 plus 3, so 19.
19. Okay, so
Nice.
you in short range, you have your bow sideways, Kyle, right? It's short range, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? You pull back, 2 fingers like that. Fire this bow right into the throat of this sea spawn. Roll in this point 2d8, please. 2d8.
I gotta make sure I grab 2 d8s.
Or just roll them twice, please.
5 on each.
5 on each. So the reason you're rolling 2 at this point, actually no, I think I screwed that up. But okay, so 5 on each. So your arrow embeds in this thing's throat, but right in one of the gills, and it staggers back away from Sal about 2 feet with this arrow stuck in it. Okay, and it sort of like regathers itself, chest up, arrow sticking through, and next up is who? It was a Jesse, I believe, right?
Yeah, it was me, I think.
Okay, Jesse, you're about 6 or so feet back. Not any trouble reaching combat if you'd like, or do you have another plan?
Yeah.
There's one near Salazar. You're your companion that has an arrow in its throat. It seemed to backstep, but it not quite finished yet.
Yep, I'd like to finish that guy.
Okay. Okay. How do you want to do
I
it?
have a battle axe.
You have a battle axe?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
hit it.
Okay, I believe that's a strength modifier to a d20, correct?
Yep. So
Okay.
I got 12 plus 5, so 17. to hit.
17. Okay. So Jesse, you grab your battle axe in two hands, and you think
Yeah.
all the time you spent with Salazar, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're going through the history,
My
and
hobby.
you think. Go ahead.
Yes. I'll save you guys.
All
with my
right.
Battle axe.
Okay, and then what happens? You make a hit. Like
Lift
so.
the battle axe up and try to aim it right where the arrow is in the neck,
Okay.
and I deal 6 damage.
Okay. Is it d6?
3, sorry. 6 plus 3.
6 plus 3?
9.
9. Okay, so 9 damage. Okay, so you grab your battle axe, like you said, targeting the arrow in the throat, and you make a wide chop with this double battle axe on this thing's throat, this stumbling arrow. As you do, you punch the arrow right through with the blade of the axe, and the axe bites deep, and off goes the thing's head before it can even react, and down it topples into a pile. There's murk. There's all kinds of watery sinew everywhere. It's gone. It's done. You've killed it.
Hey.
Well struck,
I'm done.
well struck, gal. But there's still the matter of the one on the right. Sal managed to get away unscathed in that situation. Sal, you look to your companion. What do you say?
Say thanks.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. All manner,
Thanks,
all
Brad.
manner of magic.
Thanks.
Well, consider this, guys. All manner of magics. No effect on these guys, or minimal effect on these guys. But the true strike of a battle axe and an arrow was enough.
But
But
there's still one left.
there is still one left. Yes, and I believe who is next? Was it
Must-
Dad? Was it you?
Yeah, I haven't gone. So it must only be me,
Sure.
right?
Sean didn't go either.
Sean didn't go either. Sean, what?
Derek.
Derek
No,
did. He
Derek
cast.
went. Yeah, Derek
Oh,
cast.
yeah,
he cast Eldritch.
Yeah, you
Like
got
a puff of smoke.
Yeah,
Like tickled him.
yeah. So who was next? I'm sorry. I think it was. I think
Well,
Dad, it was you.
I rolled 11
Yeah, and
Oh.
Sean, you. I think I had you.
at a 5.
Yeah, I think I have Dad next. Yeah, sorry, Dad's next. So,
Okay,
You-
well, I'd like to use a cantrip, Alex.
okay, I'll pull it up. Firebolt.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let me pull that up. Firebolt. I want to cast Fireball.
I am a dragon. I better have some sort of fire attack.
That's right.
Although I'm a
All right.
dragon.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you're a wizard. You use intelligence as
Right.
your. So it's a one action, 120 feet, verbal and somatic. Okay. So what I need you to do, it's going to be. What is your intelligence mod, Dad?
My intelligence mod.
Yep.
3.
3. Okay. So I need you to roll. Or sorry, the DC that they're protecting against would be. It's what is it? It's 8 plus 3 plus 2, I think, right? So it's. Let's see. It's so that I think that's a 13. I think.
Yep.
Okay. 13. Okay, so I need to.
Attack. It's just their AC, Alex. As
Oh, it's AC.
yeah. If it's
Okay.
a spell attack.
Okay, so my apologies. I thought we needed a DC, but maybe that was for something else.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
for
that's fine.
that's for just regular spells.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's a save, if they have to save against a spell.
Ah.
But if it says ranged or melee spell attack.
I
then
got
it's for
you.
AC.
So it's equivalent to like a sword strike in that case. But
Yeah.
In function. Okay, got you. Thank you, Rob. Okay, so, Dad, you play your fingers out
Right.
in your wizardly training. This right inside it, this lurching sea creature, sea man, sea whatever the hell. And you say what as you let go this firebolt into it?
I command you to die.
Okay. And as you do, Aljax, you dragon, Aljax Dragon Lord, you hurl a mote of flame at this creature, and I need you to roll, please, 2d10.
2d10. That's the one with it has a 0 on it?
Well, it's a triangle-y, weird-ass sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the double... It's,
it has 9 and then 0.
Yep, that's it. Roll 2 of those or 1, and then another.
I got
whatever. Okay.
0 is the 10, by the way.
Okay, I got 18 total, 0 and 8, so 10 and 8.
10 and 8.
And
Okay, so I have you rolling. I have you rolling 2 dice right now because they were distracted by Trix's begging for mercy. Okay, so your high roll is a 10, right?
Right.
Okay, so you hurl this mote of flame into this shambling sea thing that momentarily caught unaware, and it screeches like some ghastly half-human, half octopus noise, whatever. It's not a beautiful sound, and it lurches back into near to the water, and it catches flame. Roll a d4, please.
Okay, 3.
I don't think we did. I don't remember getting our gear back.
What's that, Sean?
You don't have your gear, Sean.
The 3 who were caged, we never got our gear back, eh?
That is
you
correct.
didn't.
You do not have.
No, that's why I'm using a cantrip.
Yeah, you do not have your weapons or armor.
Or my spell book.
What's that?
Or my spell book.
Right, that's why you're forced to use a cantrip here.
Cantrip.
And yes.
So
Whereas
Sean, you could if there was someone left or something, you could use bare hands or something like that.
Alex, I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3?
Yes.
Okay, so it's caught on fire now, and it has to move. It's flailing around, burning, and it moves 5 feet to the right and slams into a nearby subterranean wall next to the lake, and it falls to the ground. And you guys see a chance of opportunity. Kyle, ready the bow, please. Roll d20.
D20.
Yeah.
That would be a 9.
Okay, so you fire a quick reaction shot at the downed foe, and it goes wide. Sean, you're up. Creature on the ground. Maybe 10 feet to your right, near a cave wall. You've got no weapons, just your mitts.
Still down?
Still down on the ground. Arrow went wide of the mark, though.
Go strangle that son of a bitch.
Go ahead.
I am going to. Give me a second here. I'm just seeing. There's something I saw specifically I wanted.
Come on, you big orc. Stop the son of a bitch.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm pretty athletic, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to run towards him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put my giant ass orc foot. Okay. Right on his throat and begin to apply much pressure.
Okay, so you close the distance quickly. Being an aggressive orc barbarian, it's not difficult for you to make up that ground. So you're there, and you say you're putting your foot on him. Is that correct?
On his throat, yeah.
Okay, so I want you to make a strength check, please.
Okay.
On d20 plus your mod.
6.
6 total?
Brutal.
6 total.
6
Is that your
total.
total?
2 plus
6
4.
total. Okay, so you put your foot on this thing, and
I wish I hit it
John?
already.
And what, John? Tell us how this fails.
I
You
put
put
my
your
foot on this thing?
Yeah, you put your foot. You raised your foot above this thing, and what happens?
Herzog raises his foot
Okay.
and goes to put it on his chest,
Okay.
but not realizing he wasn't keeping his balance, and he all of a sudden started falling back. All 402 pounds of weight falling back, unable to catch himself.
Okay.
Falls to his ass.
Okay. Roll a d4, please.
D4?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a triangle.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you... Hold on.
The bottom number, the one that's straight up.
Well,
One
then
that's straight up?
Yeah.
it shows on every side.
Okay, 1.
1. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. So you raise your foot. If I understand correctly, you're gonna stomp this son bitch right out of the world, right? And as you do, you realize you're a pretty big motherfucker. And one leg sometimes ain't enough for 402 pounds. And you go falling backwards and crash right on your ass, like you said. And it hurt just a little bit, but no one's gonna know the difference, right? You brush it off. And you're on your ass. This thing's getting up off the ground, and that's the end of this round of the combat. Does anybody have anything quickly to say before we engage the next round? The creature shambling to its feet is now standing. Sean, you're on the ground. Kyle, you missed a free reaction shot. Everybody's got ground to make up and one thing left here to deal with. Any thoughts? Or should we get right to it?
Get right to it.
Get right to it? Okay.
Let's do this.
Alright, Sal. You came face to face with this other thing. You try, Aljax, you tried talking to them, right? I believe it's Aljax. Trish, you tried reasoning with them. This thing, I mean, hell, Herzog, you tried stomping them. Nothing kind of working right now. So, Sal, what do you got? You got about 8 feet between you and this creature. Yep. It's on its feet now. It's it's a little worse for wear, still singed from the flame attack. Let me know.
So I'll move up to him.
Okay.
And I'll lay my hands on him.
Okay.
And I will cast Inflict Wounds, which is a melee spell attack.
Okay.
So I will
That's
roll
gonna be
the
armor class, right?
Yeah, it's going to be against AC.
Okay.
These boys got
So that'll be 14.
14?
14 to hit.
Okay, so you grab on to this creature.
14 to hit.
Right, 14 to hit. You grab onto this creature. Or 14 to hit, you mean? That's your hit roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you grab onto this creature, and you make contact with him, Rob. And what happens next? Describe the spell before you deal the damage, please.
Okay, so it's Inflict Wounds. It's a first level necromancy skill or spell. And it's a melee spell attack against a creature I can reach. Okay. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Holy shit.
Wow, nice.
So it's the first level spell. This will use up my last spell slot for the day.
Right, that's an actual spell, not a cantrip. So this is your only use of that during this day, right? So you're you're going all out here with this cause wound, right? Inflict wound. So go ahead. 3d10.
Come on, Sal.
One more fail. Okay, not that much actually. Only 6 damage.
Total?
Yep.
Okay, so you grab on to this shambling fishman, burning to a crisp earlier, slammed his head into a wall. You grab onto him and you say, "I command you to suffer." And light shoots from you, and it screeches, stumbles back again. And next up was who was it? Was it Trish or Derek?
Trish, then Derek, then me.
Okay, so Trish, you see the spell go off. It stumbles back. Nothing much has happened. Now Trish, you've got some ranged weapons. You can throw darts You've got a bag of caltrops too, which you can lay on the ground.
She doesn't have those things, bruh.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she has none of those. That's right. Thank you.
Aren't I like martial
But-
arts or something?
But yes, you are a monk, right? So you don't need any of that, right? So so you can close the distance and make an attack if you'd like. Go if that's what you want to do. What'd you roll?
7. Do I have to add something?
Yeah,
or-
yeah. What's your dexterity mod? Defier.
16. No, +3.
+3, so 7 + 3, 9.
10.
So
10.
you
10.
10.
Oh, 10. Sorry, 10. Sorry, thank you. So you race towards it, all diminutive as you are, and you ready a palm attack to him, and you do it. And maybe you did. Maybe you just didn't extend the arm right. It doesn't do much of anything, unfortunately. So now you're looking up at this sea creature. Fist to the groin is about as high as you can reach. No effect. No effect. So next up would be Derek.
I wish I could cast Fireball. I'm gonna go with Cantrip Toll of the Dead.
Okay, Toll the Dead. So let's pull that one up. It's let's see quickly here. Toll the Dead. Okay, so they must succeed a Wisdom saving throw. So Derek, in this case, it'll be different. Okay, in this case, it's like it's 8 plus your Charisma modifier +2. Okay, that's what they need to beat with their Wisdom. Okay, so your Charisma mod is what, 4 or 3?
4.
4. Okay, so they need to beat 12 and then 2. So they need to beat 14 on their Wisdom, right? So let me look and see how that'll be, and I'll roll here. Okay, so here we go. Okay, they failed. They failed.
Good.
They failed. Okay,
They're
so
real
you've cast Toll the Dead, 60 foot range. So you point at this creature, Derek, and the sound of a bell fills the air around it. The target must succeed a saving throw, which it failed, or take 1d8 necrotic damage, which it's taken already from Salazar, sorry. And if they have their hit points lost, they'll take 1d12. So roll 1d12 because this thing's been through the ringer already, and you're letting it know, Derek, through magical means that its end is nigh, and it has failed to realize that that's an illusion. And it's actually going to feel that death come creeping.
For whom the bell tolls,
Exactly.
it tolls for thee.
That's right. D12.
I hate my life.
Oh, damn.
Me.
One.
One?
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
A critical fail is what he said.
Okay, Derek.
I guess the bell didn't ring too loud.
Okay, Derek. Well, you did say after all of it, I mean, maybe not everybody knows this, but you did have your manual of magic stolen from you, did you not?
Yes, I did.
And with your cobbled together remaining notes, it seems like Toll the Dead is kind of illegible on these little scrap pieces of paper. Maybe it's not going to do too much, but you kind of get the gist of the spell casted and basically nothing. A little mode of fear flickers through its eye, and then as a race seemingly at the speed that a robot would, it seems fine. Next up is Kyle, is it not?
Yes.
Kyle, what you got for me?
He's far away, right?
He's far enough away. You can close the distance, or you can shoot him.
I'll shoot him again. Do I have a limit on arrows, just so I know?
You have 20 right now, so you have 19. Then this will be 18.
Okay,
or
so
actually 17 because you used one earlier on the guy.
yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna use my swords then. I'm gonna close in.
Okay, you're gonna close the distance. Okay, so I'm not gonna have you roll for that. It's obvious you can make it there. So go ahead, do that. Closing the distance with your swords, and you have 2 short swords, correct?
Yes.
Now, your strength mod, please, is what?
Strength mod is 0, so it's just
Zero.
I have a strength. I have a strength of
Please
11.
roll a d20, my friend.
Please be good. 9.
9
Damn it.
plus 0.
Yeah.
Okay, roll again, please, for the second sword.
16.
Okay,
That's
16. So you've got two swords, like Aragorn kind of deal, right? And you go running up to this thing, and you swing with the right, clang against the cave wall, but you bring the left around in the same arc, and you bite into the creature. Roll for 1d6, please. 1d6.
Oh, I get to bust out the D6. Please be good. Please be good. 5.
5. And you
Good.
slash with the left, right against its side. Already flamed. Already told the bell tolls for you, and topple this thing. Bite into its side, and nauseating goo flies out from the hip of this thing, and down it tumbles. And it's on the ground, maybe not quite finished yet, because it's been through the ringer, but it wasn't like you decapitated it or anything. It seems to be letting out final breaths, though. And before you finish it with an arrow or sword, it reaches a hand up to you, as if to say stop. They don't speak. You remember Aljax told you they don't speak, but it raises a hand to you from above it, okay? And asking you to stop. What do you do? Do you allow it? Do you allow it to express itself in some way, or do you end its life right now?
I gotta end its suffering.
Okay. Okay. So as it raises its hand to you,
Do it now.
it's bleeding though, its eyes flishing back and forth, those membranes, you know how those crocodiles look? This humanoid, this former man, and you plunge the dagger deep, right into its throat, and the last of its breath seeps away, and it's down. The battle's finished. The sea spawn slain.
What time?
Quite a stumbling ordeal, you guys know.
May I make a group suggestion here?
Sure.
We have to go back and retrieve all our items. We need our spell books and everything. We left too much in a haste. If everybody can agree to that. Because we're not doing too good without them.
Do you even know if it's with? Is it with the slavers?
For me?
Like, do you know where they took your gear?
Well, I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's back in where they held us captive.
So,
Maybe upstairs. I don't know, but what else can we do? Stumble on without everything?
Mr. Dragonborn, Aljax, please make a wisdom check.
Okay, do I have any wisdom? +2. Okay, so I rolled 14, so 16.
16, okay. So you remember, Aljax, and you're making this plain as I go here to everybody, because you beseech them already for the decision. And you remember, look, there was two paths, you guys. One had feet, one had these drag
Right, we took the we had to take the footsteps. That might be where they locked our stuff away. We went the wrong direction.
So you logically think that might be the way to go? Is that what you're saying?
Absolutely. That would be the only reason for the footsteps.
Okay. And Trish, Trish, you remember what? What do you remember about that conversation they had? Those two you overheard. Do you remember anything about that conversation?
Well, I think they just talked about if they wanted all of us or none of us, right?
Right. All of you and none of you. All of you or none of you. Those seemed to be two leading voices, right? They weren't just rabble. They were discussing deals. So if they want all of you or none of you, and there's footprints and there's no gear, but the gear's got to be somewhere, right? So what do you think? Do you keep going beyond the lake into the darkness, beyond these corpses of these seamen, or do you go back?
I guess we go back. I need my stuff too.
Okay. So everyone for back, let me see some thumbs, please. Thumbs up for everyone going back.
You probably don't see my video, but Trish and
No.
I are both have our thumbs up.
So that's unanimous then, I think. Or Jesse, is that not a thumb?
I don't see Kyle either.
Okay.
Oh, I did it already.
Okay.
All right, I just want to get a consensus. So it looks like we're going back, you guys. So we're going back to.
Unfortunately.
We're going back to. Well, it's an astute observation that I believe it was the orc first, and then the dragonborn after that. Realized, hey, look, we don't have our shit. Us slaves
Well, we know
anyway,
the orc's no good with his feet.
or his fists. If you can ask those metal bars.
I ripped those metal bars apart, okay?
So the tall tale goes, and you guys, we will head back, but it'll be next episode because
Right.
we're way over time, and I do apologize for that. Slow
it's okay.
going, but we'll get things kicking into high gear. Thanks so much, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves.
Very good, Alex. Thanks.
And we'll see you next Sunday. Okay.
Okay. See you, everybody.
All right. Take care, guys. Love you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Had to be.